What up, Bulls Nation? We've got live CHGO Bulls pregame coming up right now. Bulls have already had themselves a busy day, making not one but two trades as we near that deadline on Thursday. They also have a game to play tonight. They're in Milwaukee taking on the Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo sitting with a calf injury and everyone in the NBA world wondering where he might be on Friday. We'll preview tonight's game, talk some trades next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls pregame. Coming to you live from our CHGO Xfinity Loft here in downtown Chicago. CHGO Bulls pregame presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app with code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment is never ordinary at Bet365. Thanks for being here, Bulls Nation. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's Big Day. Bam! BAWL Sports. Will the Go Gottlieb. Will_Gottlieb living his best life. It's trade season!
Oh, goat season is upon us!
The one and only king of the controls, Joey C. Joey!
Oh,
good to see you guys. What I missed today?
Yeah. You missed some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Chilling.
Missed some stuff while you were talking Cubs.
Back.
Go.
Shout out to Sarah and Chloe and Emma and everybody else who was helping us out with that emergency pod earlier today.
Held it down.
The emergency pod that kind of turned into two emergency pods in one.
Yeah, it has. Sarah right now is terrified. Every time I've walked into the room, she looks, oh my God, what happened? What happened? And I'm like, nothing's happened. It's all right.
Sham said, Bulls aren't done.
Just
even after the second trade they made today, Sham said, Bulls aren't done.
Just you wait.
Was the last time Arturas made two trades in one day?
Yeah.
I mean, it was the deadline in 2021. That's right.
Yeah.
No, that was just the one trade, wasn't it?
Well, no, they did Vooch, and then they also traded Daniel Gafford.
Oh, yep.
And they got Javonte Green back. I don't remember the exact details of that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That was a 2-1, I think. But I think that's the only time, right?
I think so. I think you're right. I think you're right about that. Because the Rosen one didn't happen the same day Lonzo happened.
No, and neither of those happened the same day as Caruso.
Nope, sure didn't.
And Lowry took forever. Remember, that was like a really long one.
Oh,
correct.
Good.
Memories.
Yeah, it was like late summer when they made that Lowry signing trade.
Yeah, it was.
Wow.
But
Thanks for being here,
trades.
Bulls Nation. Hit that like button. If you're hanging out with us in YouTube, let us know your thoughts on the trades or what you're feeling about the game tonight. Bulls are going to be a bit shorthanded in this one. So let's kind of work through what exactly the Bulls have to be working with tonight.
Okay.
Josh Giddey remains out with that pesky hamstring.
Craigie.
Tre Jones dealing with a hamstring, not expected to return yet. According to Billy Donovan pregame, will dress and be available as a break glass in case of emergency option for the Bulls tonight. Tre.
Okay.
Available, officially active, but they're going to try to not have to need him tonight. But you still got Zach Collins out with a toe. According to a KC tweet from Billy's pregame media availability up in Milwaukee, sounds like there's a possibility that they're preparing for that they might not have Collins for the rest of the season. So put a pin in that.
Put a pin right in that.
Dario Saric, Bulls legend.
We hardly knew you.
He gone. Kevin Huerter, not with the team. Vooch, not with the team. Jalen Smith is also available and going to be on a 20 minutes restriction, according to Billy, as he is dealing with a calf injury of his own.
Okay.
And Julian Phillips, a late scratch with a wrist sprain.
Scratchy.
So the Bulls have 9 guys dressed tonight, including both the year two-way guys, Yuki Kawamura and Lockie.
And Tre, who they're hoping to not have to play.
Tre, who they're hoping they won't have to play. Pat, you're playing 48 minutes tonight, bud.
Oh, it's your time.
Hope you're ready for it.
Triple-double coming up.
Bucks, meanwhile, obviously Giannis out tonight. He was seen, I saw somebody tweet a video of him getting some shots up pregame at Fiserv Forum. But he's on a 4 to 6 week timeline right now that will take him well beyond Thursday's trade deadline with his calf strain. Gary Harris also out for Milwaukee with a hammy. Kevin Porter Jr., one of their key players supporting in a supporting role for Giannis this season, is dealing with an oblique. He is out. Bobby Portis, our old pal, a late scratch with a hip contusion. And, of course, Taurean Prince out for the season with that neck injury that required surgery earlier this year.
Yeah.
So these are two beat-up squads who are about to play some NBA basketball tonight.
Yeah, should be interesting. It just takes me back to a simpler time, Matt, when you and I were just bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, walking in and watching the Bulls and the ball-headed
Starting two Sampsons?
Starting two Sampsons.
Maybe Wayne Selden Jr. night?
You know, tossing in a lemon as well. You know what I mean?
Lemon's Wednesday.
Toss it in there, man. Like, it just takes me back to those times. And just, I'm so used to watching this kind of Bulls basketball team. But this isn't a complaint, honestly. This is not me complaining, because this is how it should have looked for a while now for the Bulls, if they're going to get to where we hope that they can kind of get to, and stacking up those draft picks and compiling those things and stocking your cupboards so you're ready for the winter harvest. So, yeah, I'm okay with this. But, yeah, it's going to be bare. So now I'm just here to watch main man Yuki get out there and do his thing and see if Patrick Williams, who now has the greenest light he's probably ever had in his career, see what he's going to do with that, because that should be fun and interesting to look at as well.
I didn't realize the minutes restriction or the hope that Tre's not going to have to play, because I do not like that. I do not like having him in a game where he's coming off of a hamstring injury just to get an extra body in because you've made some trades today. Same for Jalen. Like, I just don't see the value in putting him out there. And Coby, like, he's been dealing with the calf stuff all year. If he gets hurt tonight and then you can't trade, like, that is a disaster. So I do not like that. I think, to your point, we were talking about this before we went live, Matt, that it's a little bit harder, although he's been playing a ton of minutes. Maybe you can just rest him. I get it. You're not going to have a lot of guys, but, like, throw the two-way guys out there. Let them play. Like, let Patrick Williams and Modest, like, run around. It just is what it is tonight. It's not an ideal situation, but you can't risk putting these guys' health in jeopardy so that you can go try to win a game when any or all of them could be traded in the next 36 hours. I do not think that's smart, but it is what it is, and hopefully they just don't get into any tough situations. Hopefully their minutes restrictions are held to. Billy has had a propensity to go over those from time to time.
Funny you mentioned that. I saw a tweet from Casey Johnson that Billy said the plan is to limit Jalen to 20 minutes tonight, but they may need to go past that.
Don't like it. Do not like.
Screen door. It's what it is.
Do not like. I mean, just what are the priorities here? I mean, and we talked for an hour and whatever it was, 15, 20 minutes today about these trades and how a lot of it to me indicated that they were going to stop doing this pedal to the metal blitz towards the 9th seed every year. And now you're putting Coby and Tre and Jalen in a potential situation where, you know, knock on wood, they don't get hurt, but if they do, and now you can't trade them, like right before the deadline, just so you can try to beat the Bucks, like what is that about?
I don't think Billy knows any other way.
But that's an Arturas decision.
He knows. Agree, but it doesn't matter who's out there is what I'm saying. Like, Billy's going to try to play to win the game every single time, even if he's got to ring your phone and say, go, you know, you still got some eligibility left. I might need you out here. He's going to try to win. So it doesn't matter who's out there. Yes, what AK should not have those guys available and here on the squad, but I promise you, no matter who's there, if Billy Donovan's your head coach, he's going to try to win and do it to the best of his ability.
Shout out to everybody hanging out with us in that chat. Hit the like button while you're hanging out with us. It's free. Throw us a super chat if you want to get a trade takeoff.
Likes? Come on,
yeah,
guys.
Come on now. We need to get that like button much more aggressively hit. Yeah. Road Trip in the chat asking, can we field a team tonight? Meanwhile, Muller Dunt saying, we ready for Pat Will at the 5. Well, we might see some Pat at the 5 minutes tonight. Really going small ball out of necessity, but it will not be their starting 5 because Bull starting 5 tonight is Coby, Io, Isaac Okoro, Modest, and Jalen Smith, who again is supposed to be on a 20 minutes restriction.
Not happening.
So that means your bench tonight, if you're Billy Donovan, when you look down and say, oh, God, these guys on the floor look tired, who do I have? Dalen? Lockie? Yuki?
Come on.
Pat.
All right.
That's your bench.
Let's get it. Yuki minutes are coming, baby. I can't wait to watch it. They are on the way.
Which, again, so, like, I agree with what you were saying. There's so much unnecessary risk, seemingly, that you're taking by playing Coby and Ayo tonight, both of whom the Bulls are making calls about, as we near that deadline on Thursday afternoon. If you take those two out of the equation, you literally have 7 guys available.
And I think that's the minimum that you need in order to play. So they should do that.
Yes, the good old COVID days of NBA basketball.
Or, do like a hardship. Like, I guess you can't do that if guys are not, like, seriously hurt.
Right.
And they sent Emmanuel Miller, their third two-way contract player, to the Cavs in that other trade where they got a couple of second-round picks earlier this week.
Sign a two-way guy for the day and bring – it's like find a way. But just putting these guys in – and I'm not saying they're going to get hurt just putting them in harm's way, I think, is it's a real risk that is not worth – there's no reward to it to me.
I agree.
So I think they got to be careful there. But maybe they'll play limited minutes. Maybe that's kind of the directive, but they just need to get through the game. Mm-hmm. I would expect that you're seeing a lot of Lachlan, a lot of Yuki, a lot of Dalen Terry, Patrick, Modest. Like, those are the guys that should be taking on the heavy minutes load. And you know what? If they lose tonight as a result of that, fine. But if they get hurt or somebody, it's like that is way worse than just having a chance to beat the Bucks tonight. I don't even think it's in the same realm.
I'm with you, guys.
They still, I think, could keep it competitive against this Bucks squad, which I mentioned their inactives because of injury. They're starting 5 tonight: Ryan Rollins, who we'll talk about in a second, AJ Green, Amir Coffey, Kuzma, and Turner. That's your starting 5 for the Bucks. Mm-hmm. And as we recall, the Bulls have already faced this Milwaukee Bucks team twice this season. Mm-hmm. An early November game that was one of their group play games for the Emirates NBA Cup in-season tournament. That one, the Bucks won fairly handily. 126-110 was the final, and it was the Giannis show. 41, 15, and 9.
Yeah.
He, of those 41, scored 19 of them in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Remember that Giannis takeover in the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Crazy.
And then kind of a similar script when they played him again a couple days after Christmas in late December. Giannis, 29 and 8, including 10 of those 29 in the fourth quarter in a 112-103 Bucks victory. So it's kind of like a wash or scrap the tape when you're talking about what can we learn or what can we do differently to try to get our first win against this opponent this season. It was the Giannis show. Yeah. Especially in the fourth quarter, it was the Giannis show in both of the Bulls' losses to this team earlier this season.
He's special. I mean, that's what it is. And we talked about it in the postgame. When you got a guy like that, when the fourth quarter comes around, he's going to take over. He's going to do what he always does. I don't think any of us were surprised. Like, oh, you know what, guys? That Giannis guy might be good in this league. No, we knew this is what Giannis does, man. Like, he is unstoppable, an unstoppable force. And he definitely put it on full display, especially in those games against the Bulls, man, because he likes playing the Bulls. Like, his numbers reflected for sure that he enjoys playing against the Chicago Bulls, man.
Yeah, do you have those numbers for Giannis, Joey? Okay. I mean, it's an impressive season he's put together. Obviously, he's been dealing with this injury lately, but 28, 10, and 5.5 dimes shooting splits. I mean, he's not a high-volume three-point shooter, but 64.5 and then 39.5. Needs to work on those free throws, but, man, he was efficient at the free throw line in both of his games against Chicago.
39. He was almost 40%.
Yeah. He takes like 1, maybe 2 a game.
But that's still awesome
for
him. That's scary. Go ahead.
He's the reason why the whole league is basically
on hold,
at a standstill, on hold to see what happens with him. And teams are loading up their offers to send to Milwaukee to try to get him. I'm honestly kind of surprised we saw 3 big trades today. Obviously, the Bulls being 2 of them is a surprise in and of itself. But the fact that there are teams that are making moves right now when Giannis is available, one, I think it signals that those are teams that are probably not involved in the Giannis sweepstakes. But 2, just surprising to me that you're seeing it because it seems like everybody is just on pins and needles waiting to see if Milwaukee is going to accept an offer here before the deadline.
Yeah. Agreed.
And as you also may have seen in that graphic, the Bucks 15 and 15 when Giannis plays this season, which not great when you're considering the standard for the Giannis-led Bucks. Yeah. Without him, they are 3 and 14.
Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, which is how they ended up at 18 and 29 and 12th in the East right now, and they are a far away 12th.
Yeah,
the Hornets are coming.
Yeah, they're on the way.
These Bulls moves that they made today, maybe not pivoting towards a tank, but pivoting towards the future being the focus and not this season being the focus.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Bucks are like, nah, y'all can have that play-in tournament. Like, whether or not we keep Giannis between now and Thursday, well, we got other things, other priorities. I mean, they're the 25th offense in the league. They're the 22nd defense. They're 24th in overall net rating at negative 4.6, as the Bulls at negative 2 point something are looking down at them, thumbing their noses. Ha ha. When's the last time Bulls have been able to say that against the Bucks? Yeah.
Bucks.
But, you know, like, the Bucks just they're in a tough spot, man. I mentioned they're also missing Kevin Porter Jr. He's their second leading scorer this season.
He is.
At just shy of 17 a game.
He is.
He's also their lead facilitator next to Giannis at 7.5 assists per game.
He is.
Which is why I think we might see a little Ryan Rollins show tonight. He's in the starting lineup. He's had some big performances against the Bulls already in his young career. I think he is, agree or disagree, gentlemen, in the conversation for most improved player this season.
Oh, 100% agree.
He's upped his scoring from last year by like 10 points per game.
100% agree, Matt. Like, and again, I feel like these awards are made for players like him.
Correct.
That's who's supposed to get those kind of awards, is these guys who you didn't see coming at all, who is having the best season of his career. Like guys like Norman Powell, you know what I mean, who you didn't see it happening for. Like, yes, this award is made for guys like Ryan Rollins, and it's legit. Like, he is legit out there, man. And it's just really a really, really good basketball player. He's not scared of anyone out there on the floor. He really, truly believes he is the best player on the floor. You all will see tonight what I mean when I say that. But he really believes he don't care who he's with. I saw him in the game against Golden State when he was giving the Golden State Warriors buckets. You couldn't tell him he wasn't better than Steph Curry out there, bro. Like, that is how he plays. That is what you want in a guy, is that mentality and also the skill to back up that mentality. So, yeah, I like Rollins a lot.
I like him a lot, too. And I love what you said about most improved for him, because he should win it this year for the same reason that Kobe should have won it 2 years ago, which is that in his, year 5 of his career, he's taking a jump from fringe rotation player from, he was playing, he played in 56 games last year, 14.6 minutes per game. And now he's playing 32 minutes a night, and he's a key cog in what the Bucks are doing, and has really just taken a lot of steps forward. I think he's a really good player. He's kind of like the perfect complementary guard to a player like Giannis, and that I think is key for the other point, which is why the Bucks are struggling so much without Giannis. They have built this team to cater specifically around Giannis, right? And that's what you should do when you have a star of that caliber, but they have nothing else. They don't have a lot of guys that can create their own shot. It's just space, defense around him. And so when you lose Giannis, it's just going to completely fall apart compared to maybe some other teams that have a co-star that you can still try to replicate some of what you do. This Bucks team just doesn't have it. And so they're going to shoot a lot of threes. Ryan Rollins is going to do some stuff. Miles Turner will be in there, but like, this is a team that I think is really going to struggle and has really struggled without Giannis.
Yeah, agree 100%.
They have. And, Turner's first year in Milwaukee getting that big free agency payday to leave Indiana, he's been kind of like, so far.
Yeah.
Almost worse than that, yeah.
I was looking at it earlier today, and I mentioned, Bobby Portis is a late scratch in this game, dealing with a hip injury. In mostly a reserve role, he's had a few spot starts, but mostly a reserve role, and in fewer minutes, Bobby Portis is doing more and more efficiently than Miles Turner. Like, when you look at their numbers.
Wow.
Miles Turner's been like their free agent prize and is absolutely starting every game that he's playing.
Yeah, I'm sure they were surprised with, what they're getting out of a guy like Miles Turner, man. And I'm sure it's a little upsetting, you know what I mean, knowing that that's what's happening. A little bit. But also fuels exactly what the Bucks are trying to do right now, why they are 12th and why they're going to be comfortable staying there at 12th and trying to trade to Giannis Antetokounmpo. Because, honestly, Miles Turner was brought in to kind of help, you know what I mean, a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo. And it just didn't work out that way for them with Miles. I don't know what's going on with him or anything like that, but he just hasn't been good for them this season. The record reflects it. His numbers reflect it. It just hasn't been on par.
Speaking of, BT Robbins in the chat saying Miles Turner might have to retire if he gets cooked by Lockie tonight. I don't think that is something that we need to worry about. I'm not saying it's impossible. I would be surprised if Lockie makes Miles Turner look.
What is the Lachlan equivalent of the Giddy Committee? What is that? We're going to have to
the Craigie Juniors is what I call it.
You're hanging out on the lock block.
Block.
Locked in.
Yeah.
Locking in. Lock in.
I wonder what's going to happen with Miles.
Lock and key. Sorry.
I wonder what's going to happen with Miles, though. I mean, they're going to clearly try to trade Giannis here. I don't know if it's going to happen before the deadline, but they just signed him long-term. He's really struggling. I think Halliburton really helps him, getting him easy shots. And I wonder if he could be somebody that is on the trade block not long after Giannis eventually gets moved, or maybe even before, because the Bucks right now have a chance to really take a tumble in the standings, and they can't get the first pick, but they will have the basically be able to keep their own pick as long as it's 2 or worse, assuming the New Orleans pick lands number 1 and goes to the Hawks. So they could still put themselves in a position to get a really high draft pick, whether or not the Pelicans convey that pick to Atlanta. I just think that they're going to start to make some serious moves in that direction too, because as we talked about, it's not like they have a young core of, like, Rollins is a nice player. They're not like building a young team. They are built around Giannis. And I think if and when he gets traded, they're going to deconstruct it and get anything they can for the rest of the players on their team.
He's right.
Shout out to, speaking of the Bulls being shorthanded tonight, Andrew McKay in the chat, who said, "Get Adama Sanogo on a plane." Stat. And that is the first time my brain has thought to itself the words Adama Sanogo in a minute. Hope he's doing well wherever he is.
Shout out to him, man.
Little piece of news here in the NBA sphere and that NBA All-Star weekend that's just now a couple weekends away on the heels of the trade deadline. Our guy Mark Stein confirming that the NBA is moving Karl Anthony Towns, as opposed to, say, Norman Powell, to Team World for All-Star Weekend, as Kawhi Leonard has been selected, and that news broke a little bit earlier today, as an injury replacement All-Star, which I think should make a lot of people happy, certainly Clippers and Kawhi fans. I thought that he had better numbers and more deserving numbers than LeBron when you're talking about All-Star reserves this season. Yeah, the Lakers are higher in the standings, and yeah, it's LeBron. But, man, like, Kawhi has actually played the majority of games this season, and he has been vintage Kawhi in those games. So I think an earned and deserved All-Star nod for Kawhi, and then a shift from for Towns from Team USA to Team World. That does also, unless we have more injury dropouts of current All-Star players, mean that Josh Giddey is not an All-Star in 25-26.
Yeah, first of all, kudos to Kawhi Leonard. I feel like that was, when we're talking about snubs and things like that, I feel like that's a snub.
A big old snub.
That dude it's been just crazy good. But to be fair, they probably forgot because they're not used to seeing him out there. And they were like, Kawhi.
Snap, he played?
Snap. Yeah, he went, Kawhi. But he is deserving of it. Yeah, this does kind of signal that, but I still feel like there's a possibility, just depending on the injuries or anything, kind of happening before the All-Star break, that Josh Giddey might get in on the world team and things like that. But at the same time, he's got to be healthy, for that. So he still isn't back yet. And I feel like that should be more of the concern right now than it is about him making the All-Star team, about him getting healthy. Because if that's going to be the case, if you're worried about him being ready to play or him playing in the All-Star game, I'm going to take him being ready to play every single day. So I feel like that after the All-Star list was selected, my mind shifted completely from him making the team to I just need him to be healthy, because he hasn't played in a while, guys. So I need him to be healthy and acclimated to be back out here on the floor for the Bulls.
Yeah, I'm going to not comment on the All-Star thing because I don't care about All-Star, and instead pivot to the other Clippers teammate, which is news we didn't talk about because there's been so much news. Did you guys see the James Harden thing last night?
Yes, I did.
What the heck?
Yeah.
What time, baby?
Wait. Provide some context.
Oh, you didn't see this?
I'm not familiar.
Oh, okay.
So late last night, it broke that I think Shams and Chris Mannix had it, that the Clippers and Harden are working on a deal to get him out of town because, of course, he wants to go somewhere else.
What?
And that they're in advanced discussions, whatever that means, with Cleveland for Darius Garland.
Darius Garland for James Harden swap.
Which is crazy to me because Harden is 10 years older than Darius Garland. I know Garland has had a tough season. The toe injury is nagging. He has not looked himself, and frankly, he's not been great in the playoffs. But you're talking about James Harden, who is also known for not being great in the playoffs, even though he has been great this year. And if we're talking about All-Stars, somebody that certainly was deserving.
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean, it's James Harden, bro.
Yeah. We'll see. Obviously, no official final word that Cavs-Clippers Clips trade is happening. But
Yeah, that would be
if
crazy.
it is, man, that is a bold move by the Cavs. I mean, it is the quintessential Tobias Funke from Arrested Development. The Cavs being like, but it might work for us.
Just
All of these
work
teams
for
that have
us.
traded for Harden over the course of his career, and it blows up in their faces.
Yeah, people delude themselves into it working for them.
It might
But
work
it might
for us.
just work for us.
I
And I
mean-
know people don't like. I've always liked James Harden, and they be like, "Oh man, he's a jerk." I'm like, "Yeah, but he's my jerk." I love James Harden, dog. Like I really do. I've always liked this game. I like the way he plays. I get it. Trust me, I get all the shortcomings and the pitfalls of it. Like with James Harden, he is not staying in one place for far too long. As soon as he finds out he's unhappy, he's trying to get up out of there. All right. And I think if he does go to Cleveland, that's a solid pickup right there for them, especially if they're trying to make a deep playoff run. It'd be good to have him there on your
What does
team.
James Harden know about deep playoff runs? Hey-o!
Hey-o.
Well, the reason to do it if you're Cleveland is because
He doesn't.
the reason to do it for Cleveland is because you get off of the third year of that money, and it helps you reduce salary next year as well, because Harden's got a partial guarantee. I think it's like $13 million. You can opt him out of that and then sign him for $30 or $35 million. That's less than Garland's going to be making, and then you're maybe closer to getting out of the second apron, and then your draft pick gets unfrozen, and you can start to actually do some more things. This CBA is so restrictive that when you are loaded up with contracts the way the Cavs are, it's just very difficult to find avenues to improve your team. And I thought they came out really well in the trade that the Bulls were a part of with the Kings, getting off of DeAndre Hunter's money and replacing him with Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis. Schroeder's probably going to get traded again because he's been traded 11 times.
Oh my Lord.
But it just gives them more flexibility, and they only had to pay 1 second-round pick to do it. So I think that would be – and if they can maybe get a pick in 2031 from the Clippers because Harden's so much older, like, I don't hate that. It just doesn't really do much for me. It's just – to me, it seems like a lateral, if not diagonally down move to just open up some flexibility.
Yes. Flexibility.
So quickly before we wrap up, pivoting back to tonight's game, before we get to pregame picks, wanted to highlight just how well Dosunmu has played recently. Obviously, he might have to win this game by himself tonight. He's been trying to do that in a handful of recent games, and that is why the Bulls are receiving lots of calls on this dude. Wanted to highlight his splits between his season numbers and what he did in the month of January. So this season, Io is averaging a very respectable 15, 3, and 3.5 times on very impressive 51.5, 45, 85 shooting splits. In his 16 games in the month of January, he raised that to 17.4 points. He increased his boards. He increased his dimes. And the shooting splits that were already ridiculous got more ridiculous at 55.5 from the field and 50 from three. And that 50 from three was on significant volume.
Right. Exactly.
This dude is amazing.
Yeah, man. Like that's the only word.
I get goes to like, why is this dude playing tonight? And I'm like, well, because they don't have enough bodies. He has to.
I don't mind playing as much, but like, yeah, I mean, he's just having this insane year.
It's why he's the player the Bulls are getting the most calls about of any player.
And it's why they should seriously, I'm not saying they have to move him or they should consider it, because I don't feel like his value is ever going to be higher. 50% from three. I mean, that's just absurd. And it's not going to sustain as well as he's shooting. Even if he stays at his season average, which is like 45%, which is way above his career average, which is elite. Even if he stays at that, you're coming down 5%, which means you're missing, a handful of shots here. You're going to cool down. So like, this is the time to consider it. If you're going to do that, I think the Bulls need to do some stuff to clear out the guard room and figure out what they're doing. But it probably would be surprising to me if Io's not the most valuable trade chip that they have at this point.
Yeah, completely agree with that. And one guy we haven't even mentioned was Giannis Antetokounmpo. Like, you look at him in these kind of games, right? This is what it's for. Like, all the mistakes in the world.
Take 20 shots tonight, Modest.
Take all those shots, Modest. Make all the mistakes that you feel like you can make. Take some mid-range shots. Not going to hurt at all. No more. It's a wrap now for whatever was going on. Take the mid-range shots, at least two. Just give me a couple. I know you're going to give me the blocks because that's how you roll, baby. I know you're going to score. You're going to hit your threes. You're going to get to the bucket. You're going to do those things. But when you're getting that tizzy right around that free throw line and you're like, what do I do? What you do is put it into the bucket, sir. Do that. Mid-range shots. I want to see the whole complete game from Modest.
Swaggy McNolegs in the chat saying, keep Io. Io better stay, said Andrew Z. Nothing is enough for Io. Tom saying, I hope Io stays too. All right, so with that, let's quickly knock out some pregame picks before we get to Bulls Bucks action. Pregame picks brought to you by our friends at Bet365. Download the Bet365 app with code CHGO365 when you sign up. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Right all the time.
How about 20+ for Io tonight? Feel pretty good about that, given the circumstances, and you're getting that at plus 150 odds. Modest taking a lot of shots tonight. He freaking better. I think a decent amount of them will be from behind the arc. 3+3s for Modest tonight at plus 185. I'll take that all day. And we talked about him earlier, Ryan Rollins. This is a shorthanded Bucks squad. Rollins can ball. He can put the ball in the bucket, as Dave would say.
Yeah.
25+ points for Rollins tonight. Get your plus 150 in return. I like that too. Those are our pregame picks for the evening. Did not feel good making any P-Will bets, despite the fact that he will probably play 30+ minutes tonight.
Yeah. He's in there, bro. He's in there like Ragu, baby. He's
Somebody in the chat a minute ago said, I don't care if Pat's available. Start Yuki at center over him. Well,
Yuki Mania.
Jalen's starting at center.
Yeah.
Supposedly only playing 20 minutes tonight. We'll
Yuki
see.
Mania. It's all about Yuki Mania tonight, man. I can't wait to watch Yuki do his thing.
Yuki gets more minutes than Pat, or I burn the UC to the ground.
Truth be told, guys.
No, you know what?
The third time he's threatened this today.
A lot of arson talk on the
You know what?
these days.
It's less threatening in the wintertime. But, no, in all seriousness, like, honestly, make Pat play 48 minutes tonight.
Oh, man.
You're shorthanded. Make that dude earn his paychecks.
Yeah.
He's not going to earn his paychecks at any point in actuality. Make him put in the work towards earning a portion of one of his paychecks by playing him all 48 minutes tonight.
No Bobby Portis, no Giannis. Like, man, get to work.
Yeah.
Do your thing.
Get to work. We have passed the 7 o'clock hour in Chicago. That means tip-off right around the corner between the Bulls and Bucks. This one might not be the prettiest game we've watched this season.
Wow.
And if it's not, we'll just come back on post-game and talk more about the trades that happened and the trades that might still happen.
Go time.
That's right, baby.
Yeah.
We will be here live for post-game after this one. Shout out to our guy, Joey C. on the controls. Shout out to y'all for tuning in to the pregame. Hit the like button on your way out. It's free.
See us for Craigie.
Enjoy the hoops as best you can. We'll talk to y'all for post-game. Peace.
Love y'all.
We all silly like the mayor.